Welcome everyone to Buda, Texas, the home of Johnson Jaguars. We're in their gymnasium here for the Lions as they believe they're the home team versus the New Braunfels Unicorns. I just wanted to run the team walk by you from this morning. I want to thank Lisa Miller for providing the video for this, but you'll enjoy it as the guys walk out of the school with a little bit of cheering from the student body. Stay with us. And that right there was the player walkout during tonight's ball game, or during the school day rather. We had a little bit of trouble getting down here in time. We got our equipment set up. We have had a little bit of internet connectivity issues here early. It looks like we're doing good now to bring you the broadcast with minimal buffering. Pretty nice gymnasium. Probably got steel girders all over it, which is to some level affecting the transmission. But we're doing pretty well at the moment, and we hope to bring you all the action for tonight's ball game. Joining me on the air tonight is going to be Dave Scheimer. How are you tonight, Dave?
Beautiful, Chuck. Beautiful.
It's good to get another opportunity. We thought the season was over, but we received approval from the Booster Club to request to broadcast, and we sent that request through the UIL. Sports and Action sent us the approval today, and we're going to bring you the action for that cost. There could be a potential sponsor for this game, and if not, it will be the Booster Club sponsoring the cost for the game, as well as I just want to remind you that if the Lions advance in tonight's game, there may be another opportunity for a business to come out and sponsor that broadcast. Let's take a quick look at the matchups for tonight's games. Liberty Hill travels to Dripping Springs, and they're going to take on San Antonio Veterans Memorial. That game actually underway already. Ralph in district play will be taking on San Antonio Wagner, the number 8 team in the state. And the Lions have come out for the anthem, and we'll turn it over to the PA for that.
Welcome to the Jungle. Johnson High School welcomes you to this 5A boys bi-district playoff contest between the New Braunfels Unicorns and the Leander Lions. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University and Scholastic League. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we honor this great nation and our community with the playing of the national anthem. first, introducing the visiting team, the Braunfels, with an overall record of 23-12 and a district record of 11-5. At guard, 5'10", senior number 0, Chris Hernandez. At guard, 6'1", senior number 1, Cole Ray. At guard, 5'10", senior number 5, Brent Stewart. At guard, 5'10", sophomore number 14, Blue Lightning. At 6'6", junior number 33, Cody Moore. Either one was coached by head coach David Leander, assisted by the Grand Michigan Top Defense and Griffin Training. And now, the home team, Leander. At guard, 5'9", senior number 1, Luke Leander. At guard, 6'1", senior number 2, Everett Steele. At guard, 6'4", junior number 23, Ed Kennedy. At guard, 6'2", sophomore number 10, Isaac Malone. At guard, 6'2", senior number 3, Myra Brown.
We're ready to get underway here shortly. Those are your starting lineups for tonight's ball game. We'll bring you all the action, internet permitting. So far, so good. We're getting ready to tip off here. There were some additional graphics made by my friend Juan Alaniz. We'll take some timeout opportunities to share those with you. Of course, lots of teams, 3 of them out of District 25, out of Leander Independent School District to jump.
So, Chuck, let me give you a quick update. We don't have 33 on our roster. Do you?
No.
So we got 33 tonight.
So 33, I'm going to assume is Cody Moore, maybe 21. He's certainly
I will try to keep up here.
About 6'4". We'll try to get that from the PA. Ready to get underway here. Playoff basketball in the state of Texas. Tipped back by Bradley. It's going to be out of bounds to New Braunfels. Reading to inbound for the Unicorns. That's going to be difficult for me to stay with all day.
I like it better than the Lions versus the Lions.
You may be right there. Litkin with the basketball, passes out to 33. Three-pointer no good, and the rebound grabbed by Isaac Montgomery going the other way. Lions in the front court. Montgomery picks up his dribble, passes in the corner to Fagley. Fagley picks up his dribble, gets it to a cutting Montgomery for a nice layup off the glass, and Lions coming ready to go. New Braunfels not wasting any time getting into the front court. 33 over to Hernandez. His three. And the Unicorns have an early lead.
2 deep threes to start the game, so their philosophy might be shooting lots of threes here, Chuck.
We'll update the scoreboard as soon as we can. I've lost my cursor here. Oh, it might help if I use the mouse pad. Out of bounds to Leander.
Off the defender's thigh there.
Yeah, I didn't really see what was going on. I was sitting here moving my hand to the right of the mouse.
I think Bradley almost made a smart play of just throwing it off a defender's leg with no room to go.
So Lavin will inbound for the Lions here. He'll get it into Montgomery. Montgomery over to Efrent Steele. Steele at the top of the key, passes over to Bradley on the wing. They go swinging around to the corner for Lavin. Three-pointer is good. And again, the Unicorns wasting no time getting the basketball into the front court. Reading with that basketball, drives in, hands off to number 5, Stewart. Stewart will take it from the wing. A little weave going. Number 33, and that's to Reading. His three-point shot no good. Rebound Fagley. Bradley up to Steele. Steele to Montgomery on the corner, and he'll be forced out of bounds. And it's tipped out of bounds to Leander by number 1, Cole Reading. 6:23 remaining here in the first quarter. 5-3. Your score. Leander on top. Inbound to Fagley. Back to Bradley on the block. Off the glass, good. Excellent use of the body there to defend the defender from making a play on that basketball. Deep three off the iron, no good. Rebound effort, steal. He'll pass over to Bradley. And the Lions with 6:03 will slowly progress up the court, across the timeline at midcourt. Bradley to Steele on the wing. Steele across court to Lavin. Lavin dribbles to his left, gets it to Fagley near the free throw line. He'll dribble. They're going to call a foul away from the basketball.
They're going Redding here. Yeah, Son Redding his first.
I thought for a second they were going to call a double dribble on Fagley, but that was his first dribble.
No, I think it was a little hand action. Move out of my way.
So Lavin inbound to Fagley. He'll dribble up the baseline and lose control of the basketball, but he'll be fouled.
By more if we're going to go with 33 being more tonight.
Let's do that until we figure out otherwise. So Lavin will inbound with 5:42 remaining here in the first. He'll get it back to Steele near the top of the key. Steele picks up his dribble, passes across court to Lavin. Lavin near the scorer's table, starts his dribble to the left. Works his way into the arc, loses control, is able to tip it back to Steele, but the Unicorns come out with it. Stewart with the basketball, and we're going to have a foul called against the Lions, it looks like.
Montgomery's first.
And that'll be against Isaac Montgomery with 5:22 remaining here in the first. It's a 7-3 ball game. Unicorn basketball on the baseline. Litkin inbounds to Stewart. Stewart back to Litkin, then to the top where Redding has it into the lane. Kicks it back out for a deep three. And that one is good, and that is Stewart.
That's Hernandez's second.
It's Hernandez, rather.
His second three.
It's a 7-6 score. Three-pointer from the Lions, no good, and rebound's going to go to the Unicorns, and a layup and good by Litkin, and the Unicorns grab the lead back, 8-7. Steele with the basketball for Leander across the timeline at midcourt. Dribbles into the lane, kicks it to the corner to Lavin. Lavin drives in, a little pump fake back out to Bradley for a deep three from the wing, no good. Litkin with a rebound for the Unicorns. Deep three from Hernandez, and it's good. Somebody's going to have to get a hand in his face, and there's a timeout. Leander score 11-7, and I'm sure Coach Bradley's going to want to discuss how you got to get a hand in the hand of, or in the face of Chris Hernandez. The 5'10 senior has made 3 3-pointers here tonight. 9 of the 11 Unicorn points scored by the point guard. The Lions will have to do something about Hernandez here if they want to stay in this ball game. You can't let him just and those aren't close 3-pointers. His foot's not on the line. He's a good 5-6 feet behind the line. If I were to guess, that's about a 23 to 25 foot shot.
I put it at 23 and a half. It's a straight up set shot. You're just going to have someone pick him up man to man and stay in his grill.
Somebody's going to have to keep a hand in his face.
Handoff.
Pressed by the Unicorns, and then we have a turnover on the baseline. They had a steal there by Cole Redding, but he got his foot on the baseline and ball back to Leander. Inbound from Lavin to Bradley. Bradley back to Lavin. Lavin slows up right at midcourt, gets it back to Bradley. Bradley to Steele. Steele back out to Ryder Bradley. He'll drive into the lane. Pull-up jumper is good. And he goes down pretty hard there.
Yeah, Hernandez stripped him there.
No call. Redding with the basketball. Kicks it out into the corner for a three off the iron. No good. Rebound Bradley.
We have a couple subs in for the Unicorns. 10 and 11 are in.
Bradley over to Steele. Steele in the corner to Montgomery. Back out to Efrant Steele. Steele dribbles to his left. Gets it to Fagley near the free throw line. Fagley turns towards the basket, passes out to Montgomery. Montgomery drives into the lane on the block, tries to kick it out, and there's going to be a whistle a foul against the Unicorns, and that's going to go against number 1, Cole Redding.
And have it on 11, I believe, there.
Oh, number 11, rather. That's Kevin Harrison with the foul. Thank you, Dave.
These dark jersey with dark numbers need to be
tough to read.
Outlawed.
Well, they're trimmed in white, but they're still not easy to read. Montgomery with the basketball. Hand off to Bradley.
The font size may need to be a little larger too, Chuck.
Bradley slows it up. We're about 3:10 remaining here in the period. Into the corner to Steele near the Unicorn bench. He'll dribble out to the wing and then a little more to the scorer's table, and the hand off to Montgomery. Pass cross court to Lavin. Lavin spins. Gets to Fagley on the free throw line. No foul called there. A lot of contact. Fagley looking to pass. Gets it to Montgomery. Montgomery down low to Lavin. Lavin kicks it out to Bradley for 3 from the corner. Off the iron, no good. And the rebound goes to Redding and the Unicorns.
Ooh.
We're going to have a foul away from the basket as number 11, Kevin Harrison, received a pass and drove towards the basket.
We're going to call that one on Steele. I think we saw that one 3 weeks ago. The forearm to the under chin's an unfortunate call for the Lions there. He took the brunt of the hit.
Oh, they don't always go your way. In to Harrison, and Harrison over to Hernandez. Hernandez across court to Cole Redding. Redding on the near wing, dribbles into the lane, pull up, kind of a jumper. Rebound by Fagley off the miss. He'll get it to Montgomery, who was not expecting that pass, but able to handle it nonetheless. Into the front court. Pass to Lavin on the near wing. Lavin over to Efrett Steele at the top of the key, then to Montgomery. Back out to Steele. Steele in the lane. Kicks it out to Lavin. Lavin drives back in and then back out. We're down to 2 minutes left in the quarter. Fagley with the basketball. Turns, passes to Lavin. Lavin thinks about a 3, kicks it over to Montgomery on the wing. Montgomery over to Steele, and the Lions burn about another 14, 15 seconds there. Back out to Montgomery, then to Lavin. Lavin in the lane, back out of the arc. Across to Steele. To Bradley. Bradley to Lavin. Lavin to Montgomery, and then Montgomery to Efrett Steele here on the near wing. He'll get it over to Bradley on the top of the key, then to Steele in the corner to Montgomery, down on the block to Fagley. Has it almost stolen. Able to do a pass to a cutting Lavin. His shot was blocked, and they're going to say it was out of bounds off of the Lions with 1:15 remaining in a 2-point ball game. Litkin to inbound for the Unicorns here.
Lions offense struggling there to find an open shot. Let's see if they correct that here and have a good defensive set.
We're about 70 seconds away from this first quarter expiring. Litkin passes over to Moore. Moore to number 2, Zamora. On the wing, Zamora tries to drive baseline. He'll kick it in the corner. Hernandez with a long 3 off the back iron. Rebound goes to Steele, and he's going to be fouled by number 10, Carson Cox.
I think they gave that to 2.
Man, I can't get those fouls right. A.J. Zamora assessed the foul for the Unicorns with 51.9 seconds remaining.
There are a lot of hacking, Chuck, so you can probably pick either one, I think.
That one tipped out of bounds, but it didn't get out of bounds because Steele was there to get it. Passes to Lavin in the corner, back out to Efrett Steele. Steele starts his dribble near the scorer's table. A lot of hand checking going on. Steele in the lane. Kicks it out to Fagley. He'll fake a 3 into a cutting Lavin. Back to Fagley for an easy 2-point shot in the lane to tie it up.
That was a long drought, Chuck.
We're tied at 11 with about 15 seconds left in the quarter. Litkin with the basketball for the Unicorns out top. Lavin on him defensively. A spin in the lane, a kick to the corner. 3-pointer off the iron, no good. It's going to be out of bounds to New Braunfels with 1.47 seconds remaining in the quarter of a tied ball game.
Cannot let up here.
Yeah, don't give an easy basket here. Litkin on the inbound for the Unicorns. He gets it to Moore on the back door off the glass. And just like I said, not to let it happen, the Lions let it happen. The Unicorns will take a 13-11 lead into the second quarter. Want to mention the other graphics that my friend Juan Alanis made. Real quick, Vandegrift beat Westlake last night in the bi-district round 49-47, considering another district. I guess the Lions beat Vandegrift early in the year, but I guess you would consider them a sister school or part of the Leander Independent School District, and it's the first time in 20-some-odd years that Westlake does not advance to round 2 of the state basketball playoffs, and so something to hang your hat on there if you're from Vandegrift. And we want to shout out my friend Merle Bertrand, who covers all of the Vandegrift Viper sports out there for Vipe Media. The Lions coming out of this quarter change here, down 2 to New Braunfels. It should be Leander basketball here coming out of the quarter. And it looks like Lavin will be inbounding for the Lions. To Bradley, then back to Lavin. Lavin in the front court. On the far wing, keeping his dribble going. Dribbles back towards the center, gets it to Jovan Singh, who's in the game. Top of the key, pass over to Bradley. Bradley on the near wing to Steele for a three-pointer off the front iron. Loose basketball being battled for, and we have a tie-up. Possession arrow goes to New Braunfels. Redding to inbound for the Unicorns. Number 2, Zamora. Zamora across the timeline at midcourt. He'll slow up the dribble there. Picked up by Luke Lavin. He'll hand off to Britt Stewart. Stewart over to Redding. Redding to Zamora. Zamora to Stewart. We got a little weave going. Stewart to Redding. Redding loses the basketball, gets it back, kicks it in the corner to Moore. They try to kick it back, it's stolen by Lavin. No foul called there, and pass gets over to number 5 for the Lions, Cameron Braun. Montgomery with the basketball now near the top of the key. We're down to a little under 7 minutes here in the half. Pass to Jovan Singh on the wing, over to Lavin. Lavin to Montgomery. Montgomery drives into the lane, passes out to Jovan Singh, back to Isaac Montgomery, over to Lavin on the wing, then to Bradley. Back out to Lavin. Lavin to Braun for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound's going to go to the Unicorns. That shot by Braun a little off. He's usually more accurate than that. Unicorns looking for a 3. They'll kick it out, and they try to get it down low, and the pass out of bounds, turn it back over to Leander with 6:17 remaining. The Lion defense going to have to keep them in this game if they can't find a shot. That Unicorn defense playing pretty well so far tonight.
Yeah, the lid needs to come off that basket shot. The Lions have struggled the last few games finding that outside shot that was so hot midseason.
Yeah, they just got to make that basket, that first shot, and you get warmed up and you feel like you're a little bit on a streak, and the Lions struggling here offensively. Pass over to Steele. Steele back near the scorer's table will hand to Jasmine Cheese across to Braun. Braun over to Bradley. He'll drive in. Off the glass and one. Opportunity coming up for Ryder Bradley as he ties it off the glass.
I think they got on 33, which we're calling more tonight. His second, I believe.
So Bradley will step up and see if he can give the Lions a lead again in this tie ball game. And he does not. New Braunfels with the board and going the other direction. Long three-pointer from Hernandez is no good. Tipped out of bounds by Jovan Singh, and it'll stay with the Unicorns here with 5:45 remaining in the half. Zamora to inbound for the New Braunfels Unicorns. To Moore. Moore out to Stewart. They get it down low to Moore off the glass. Bradley handling the basketball for the Lions. Slowly across the timeline, picks up his speed, gets it down low to Cheese. Cheese back out to Steele. Steele across court to Bradley. They had a couple of shot opportunities, did not take them. Steele down low on the pass from Braun ties the ball game.
Both teams are falling a little asleep here, just watching the ball go around the court. Easy layups on each end there.
Hand off to Hernandez. Hernandez out to Stewart. Now Litkin with the basketball to Moore, top of the key. Moore dribbles to his left. Will hand off to Hernandez for a long three, and he'll knock it down, his fourth of the 9. And we have a whistle and a timeout by the Lions as they drop below the Unicorns by a score 18-15 with 4:50 remaining in the half.
You know, Chuck, we saw, I think, over in Lockhart, the moving screens being called a lot. And tonight, this weave offense on the front, the players are handing the ball off and moving to create some chaos on the defense, so it's going to be difficult to keep up. A few possessions ago, I think the Lions played a zone across the top and were consistently switching, so I think coach is trying to figure out what's working here for them to stay on top of those three-point shooters outside the line, because Hernandez has got a very good seat over there. He's just sitting there waiting in his spot, which is that gray line about 2 feet from the bench he's shooting from.
Yeah, it's crazy, and he's just so relaxed on that release. It looks like it's going to be short, but it's been on the mark. You
notice here on defense, he's not picking up full court. They're letting him rest on the defensive end, guarding someone on the other side. So it's a good strategy to rest. And
so the Lions will work around the perimeter here. Bradley with the basketball, drives in, then stops. Passes to Cheese in the corner. He'll start his dribble near the Unicorn bench. He'll pass back out to Bradley. Down to 4:26. Pass to Lavin. Lavin to Fagley near the top of the key. Fagley tries to get it down low to Bradley. It's poked away by the Unicorns, and they're going the other direction. Off the glass on the layup by Redding. It's good. And the Unicorns have a 5-point lead over the Lions. Lavin with the basketball for Leander. Passes over to Cheese on the near wing to Bradley in the lane. Little head fake. Tries to get one off the glass. It's no good. No foul call. It looked like he was looking for a call there. Litkin with the basketball. Drives in. Passes down low. Off the glass. Good. And that is number 10. Cox with that board. And it is now a 7-point lead for New Braunfels. Fagley with the basketball, kicks it out to Bradley. Bradley across to Steele. Steele over to Lavin. Lavin drives off the glass, no good. Rebound Bradley. He'll kick it out to Cheese, and Cheese will pass out to Steele. The Lion offense resets. Steele on the near wing, passes over to Lavin near the top of the key. Lavin, a little crossover, spin. Good defense there from Litkin. Inside, kicks it out to Bradley. Bradley will drive in to a cutting effort. Steele loses the handle, is able to kick it out to Jasmine Cheese. His shot no good. A rebound by Fagley, and he'll be fouled by number 1.
Zero, Chuck. Hernandez.
Zero, Hernandez. Well, we need him to get about 4 more of them. We're playing lights out with that shot beyond the arc here tonight. So the Lions will inbound with 2:55 remaining in the half, trailing by 7. Lavin on the baseline, giving some direction, gets it to Fagley. Fagley tries to pass to Bradley, does. Bradley to Steele. Steele drives in to a cutting Fagley, able to get the handle on it. Pass out to Steele. The three-pointer no good. Rebound's going to go to the Unicorns, Harrison. And the Unicorns are moving slowly up the court this time. 2.5 minutes left in the half. Off of the head of Hernandez, is able to get it back and fire up a three off the front iron, no good. Rebound, Efferent Steele to Bradley. Bradley, pull-up jumper is good. And the Lions are desperately needing some baskets. Litkin passes across court to Hernandez. Hernandez pass to Harrison, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul called.
Bradley.
And it's going to go against Ryder Bradley with 2:01 remaining, non-shooting foul. So it'll be Unicorn basketball on the baseline. Litkin to inbound for the New Braunfels Unicorns. Back to Hernandez. Bradley out on Hernandez. He'll pass to Litkin. Litkin guarded by Lavin. In the lane, Litkin off the glass, no good. Tip back, and a tip in by Cox is good. Loose basketball. They're going to say it is Leander basketball.
Nope, they're going to go foul on Steele.
Oh, is that what it is? So it'll go to the Unicorns on the foul with 1:40, and it is still a 7-point lead for New Braunfels. They possess the basketball. They inbound from Litkin to Hernandez, and he'll hand it right back to Litkin. Litkin drives in, picks up the basketball over to Cox. His three-pointer is good. It's a 10-point lead for New Braunfels. Bradley with the basketball for Leander. Able to get it up to Lavin. Lavin down low to Fagley. He's able to get it in for an easy one.
Yeah, with a hand on the wrist too there.
Yeah, it could have been a foul called. Litkin passes over to Hernandez in the corner to Harrison. Back across court to Litkin. Litkin guarded by Luke Lavin. He'll pass to Cox. Down low to Harrison. Shot no good. Rebound effort, steal by the lines. Up to Bradley. Bradley across the timeline. We're down to 43 seconds. In the corner to Montgomery. Montgomery out to Bradley. Down to 35 seconds. Bradley dribbles to his right. Picks up his dribble. Passes to Fagley. Fagley across to Lavin on the near wing. Lavin drives in. Has three guys collapse on him. He'll kick it back out to Steele. Little handoff to Bradley. Bradley will pull up from the wing for three. Shot no good. Rebound goes to the Unicorns. That's number 5, Stewart, with the basketball. After the rebound, we're down to 6 seconds. Driving to his right. Pass over to Hernandez. Deep three is good. And that's going to be the last basket before halftime. And the Unicorns are on top. 30-19. We'll take a break and we'll stay with us here on your Home for Line basketball, SHN Sports. Welcome back to the campus of Buda Johnson High School here as the Lions take on the New Braunfels Unicorns. We're about 3 minutes, 15 seconds away from getting underway here in the second half. The Lions again trailing by 11. They've had a little difficulty finding the basket. Dave, you want to give us some updates on the scores?
Yes, for the Lions, you have Lavin with 3, Steele with 2, Bradley with 8, Montgomery with 2, and Fegley with 4. On the other side, New Braunfels, Hernandez has 5 threes for 15, Redding 2, Cox 7, he had 1 3 in there, and we have Layton with 2, and I think we've been calling Moore with 4. So,
well, and if you think about it, the Lions have played a lot of teams that shoot from beyond the arc regularly, and they've had some success this season, but usually those teams are streaky where they'll make a few in a row and then miss quite a few in a row, and we haven't seen that here tonight from the Unicorns. They've been hot early, especially Hernandez, and they've continued to shoot accurately from beyond the arc.
My guess is they're 6 of 10. You know, I think we might have had 3 other misses, maybe 4.
That's a pretty good percentage.
6 of 11. That's good from 2. That's good from layup zone, Chuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, for me, that's a high percent. That's a high shooting percentage for a fellow like myself, even from a foot away from the basket. So we're real close to getting underway here. We're about a little under 2 minutes. The Lion cheerleaders made it. We've got Leander Independent School District administrators here, some principals, principals. I always want to call him Coach Simpson. He did coach at one point in his career, but Principal Simpson here. We saw him a couple of times this year take on the Glenn principal, Principal Hogue, in a halftime shooting competition. Didn't do so well. Both of them were close, but it is what it is. But he's out here supporting his students, the Lion cheerleaders here, and they're actually quite a few of the sub-varsity players and some other students who actually made the trip. It's Juan sent me a text. He's a meteorologist friend who makes the graphics for us here. He sent me a text saying that it is at freezing now in Leander and that it will continue to drop. So for those that are listening that did make the trip, or anyone that's out on the roads, be very careful on your way home tonight. Make sure you make it home safely. That's what's important. That's Bradley with some last-minute instruction.
Let's see what they change up here, whether they get aggressive, whether maybe they just take some quick shots to see if someone can find the basket. This will become a possession game. I don't think the Unicorns will slow down on shooting the threes. So they also had 3 quick inside passes. So as you're guarding that outside shot, they're pretty balanced on finding those inside passes. 6 feet and under, quick handoffs, and that one out of bounds play was just a killer just to get a quick, easy layup. So
yeah, I wouldn't expect much of an adjustment from New Braunfels, as they had a very successful, especially there in the second quarter, but a pretty successful half overall. Lavin inbound to Bradley in the backcourt. Bradley dribbles to the timeline and across at midcourt. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Fegley near the top of the key. He'll hand it back to Bradley, then to Steele. He'll drive baseline. Too far under the basket. Has to kick it out to Bradley. We're going to have a backcourt violation on the first possession of the second half for the Lions. Not what you want to see to open the half.
Tough one.
Yeah. That pass, I like the velocity on the pass, just too tall.
Yeah, I think he was driving to the baseline and it got cut off. And, again, that's that extra defender that caught himself in the air and he had to make a pass.
Yeah, he was too far under the basket to make an attempt. More off the pass from Litkin, and the basket's good for the Unicorns. Lavin with the basketball for the Lions, guarded by Litkin. Into the front court, he'll hand off to Montgomery. Montgomery across court to Braun. Braun to Bradley. Bradley into the arc, passes across court to Lavin. He'll set up for a 3 off the iron. Rebound's going to go to Litkin. And the Unicorns the other direction. Spinning in the lane, a little extra step there. Miss on the layup by Redding. The rebound goes to Braun in the lines. He'll pass to Bradley. Bradley in the front court. Over to Fagley, then to Braun. Across to Lavin. He'll drive into Fagley. Off the glass, good. Down to a 12-point game. Or 11-point game, rather. Moore with the basketball. He'll hand to Redding. His shot is good from about 15 feet. One of the mid-range jumpers you don't see as much anymore. Lavin with the basketball across the timeline. Dribbling left and right. He'll hand off to Montgomery. Montgomery at the top of the key. Hands to Fagley. He'll turn around jumper. Is off the iron. No good. Redding, or check that. Yeah, Redding with the rebound. Up to Moore. His shot blocked by Fagley. He'll get his own rebound and pass it out. Redding fouled there on his shot, and they're going to call that against Braun.
Tough one. It looked like a good clean block.
I thought it was pretty clean, but score now 34-21.
Also a tough call for not 3 seconds in the lane. Because Moore got a rebound, held it for a second through the top of the key, and then threw it back into him in the lane.
That free throw is good. It'll push the lead out to 14 for the Unicorns. Cole Redding having an equipment issue. He's got to tie his shoelace, and so he'll line up here for the second of his 2 free throw attempts. It's up, and it's good. We got a tip out of bounds by number 5 Stewart on the inbound. Lavin will attempt to inbound again here for the Lions. He'll get it to Montgomery, back to Lavin. Guarded by Litkin. Lavin showing the handle behind the back, able to get into the front court, and he'll be fouled. No, a whistle away from the basket.
He's calling a
moving screen against Gage Fagley.
Well, there's that moving screen I talked about there in the second period or halftime there. So let's see if they call it both ways here on this motion offense across the top of the key.
So Leakin with the basketball. They work it around to Moore at the top of the key and try to get it down low to Redding. Tipped out of bounds by the line defender, Cameron Braun. Redding to inbound for the Unicorns. Gets it to Moore. Stolen by Fagley. Fagley tries to get something off the glass. He's going to be fouled by Moore, though, and that'll put Gage Fagley on the line with 5:31 remaining here in the third. Lions trailing by 15. These free throws are huge. Anytime you get an opportunity to make some points with the clock stopped down by double digits, you'll take it. You just got to make them count. Fagley misses the front end. It hit the front iron, hit the back iron, and then the front iron and out. That's a lot of iron to not go down. Efferent steal into the game for Cameron Braun for the Lions. Fagley's second free throw attempt is good. Unicorns get it in the front court quickly. Litkin down low, or check that. That's Litkin now on the block, off the glass, and he'll be fouled by Lavin. So he'll have a chance to add another one. Right now up 16 with 5:19 remaining in the third. Luke Litkin, the and one attempt is good. And they're pushing out the lead a little bit here in the third. Bradley with the basketball, picks up his dribble, tries to get it to Lavin down in the lane. Loose basketball grabbed by the Unicorns. Redding out to Litkin. Kicks it in the corner. Number 5, Stewart, shot no good. Rebound's going to go to Efferent Steele. We have a whistle, and they're going to call a foul against the number.
Steele. Wow. His third.
Was it against Steele?
Yes.
It was. Unbelievable. 4:54 remaining here in the third. Lions trailing by 17. Hernandez inbounds to Cox. Cox to Litkin. Litkin across court to Zamora. Zamora will hand off to number 1 Redding in the lane. His shot no good. Rebound Bradley. Bradley up to Lavin. Lavin into the front court quickly. Passes back to Bradley. Deep three from the wing is good. Score now a 14-point lead for the Unicorns. Luke Litkin with the basketball. He'll pass to number 10, Cox. Back to Litkin. He'll fake a three and lose the handle. Gets it back. Starts his dribble again.
Yeah, I think he took a shot and got his own shot.
Litkin passes over to Cox for three, and it's good. And you really, it's tough to compete against those three-pointers going down at such a torrid pace. Bradley in the lane will be fouled on his shot.
14.
Litkin.
13.
So that'll put Bradley on the line with 3:52 remaining in the third. Front end is good. Score now 42-26 Unicorns. I'll never get used to saying that. Both free throws good from Bradley, and those are big free throws. You got to make them all. Down the stretch here, Litkin with the basketball for the Unicorns. Slowly across the timeline at midcourt. Passes to Cox. Top of the key, Cox to Litkin on the near wing. He'll be fouled by Isaac Montgomery well before he drove.
They're going to call it a two-shot foul?
I don't think they can they? They called a hold.
They're
going to give the
15 foul, sorry.
Oh, okay. Already, huh? With still 3:37. The Lions put the Unicorns in the bonus here. Litkin's first shot is in and out, no good. It'd be helpful if they start missing shots, free throws, three-pointers, whatever. The Lions need to get some momentum on their side. Second shot by Luke Litkin is no good. Over the back foul by Harrison. And the Lions will have the basketball with 3:36 remaining on the baseline.
Well.
Cameron Braun inbounds to Bradley. Bradley into the front court. Passes over to Jasmine Cheese to Montgomery into Bradley. Back out to Montgomery. Montgomery to Bradley, top of the key, then to Braun. Down on the block to Fagley. He kicks it out to Bradley for three. It's good. Cuts it to 12. If the Lions can get it to single digits here before the end of the third, you got to feel a little bit better about it. Jumper good from Redding, and we're going to have a timeout. 14-point lead for the Unicorns. 44-20. 30-second timeout. Yeah, they've seemed to have quieted Hernandez, but then Cox came out and hit a three. So
yeah, Bradley's come out and scored 8, and Fagley has the 2-on-1 free throw, and so here in this quarter, Redding's got 6 and 1 3 by Cox.
Bradley and these seniors want to extend their high school basketball experience a little bit further. Bradley going to St. Edwards to play a little collegiate ball locally. Going to be a Hilltopper. 2:54 remaining here in the third. Chiefs to inbound for the Lions. He'll get it into Bradley. Leitkin guarding Bradley. Bradley into the front court, into the lane, kicks it out to Montgomery, over to Fagley, fakes a three to Montgomery in the lane. He'll kick it to the corner for Braun. Three-pointer's good. Lions cut it to 11. Cox with the basketball. He'll hand off to Redding. Blocked by Bradley. Loose ball grabbed by Cheese. Cheese into the front court. Nice handles by Jasmine Cheese. Picks up his dribble. Gets it to Braun, to Bradley. Bradley on the far wing. Drives baseline. Little head fake. Gets the shot up, and he's going to be fouled by Luke Leitkin. With 2:03 remaining here in the third, and those should be shooting fouls. A little discussion by the referees, and they're going to say, yeah, Leitkin with the foul. Bradley will go to the line with 2:03, and he'll be able to cut it to a single-digit lead if he can make both of these here. Front end is no good.
And out. Halfway down and came back out.
Yeah. It bounced off that back iron and got back over. Just not enough rotation on that shot, I think. Let's see if he can knock down the second one, at least cut it to 10 here. He does. Leitkin with the basketball for the Unicorns. Into the front court. Dribbles to his left on the near wing. Passes down low. Shot is up and no good. Knocked out of bounds. I thought that was off of Cox, but
I think Bradley got a piece of it.
That was Freeberg on the shot. He missed. Leitkin inbounds to Cox. Cox will hand off to Zamora. Zamora pulls up for a deep three, no good. Cox with a save attempt, gets it to Hernandez. Cross court to Zamora. Zamora starts his dribble. We're down to about 1:25 here in the third. Leitkin with the basketball into the lane. Kicks it out to Cox, and Cox to Freeberg for a shot, no good. Off the glass on the rebound by Cox, though. Pushes it out to 12. Out of bounds off the lines on the inbound. 1:07, the basketball back to the Unicorns. 12-point game here. The Lions are going to have to get the basketball back and see if they can make one basket here to get into the fourth, only down 10. Cox on the baseline, kicks it out to Leitkin. We're down to a minute left in the third. Passes to Cox on the baseline, a little spin. Shot no good, rebound Bradley, and we're going to have a foul a little over the back on Luke Leitkin.
Where was that on two other rebounds, Chuck?
Yeah, exactly. And that'll put Bradley on the line as the Unicorns now with 5 fouls here in the third. Both teams now both with 5 fouls. The Lions backed off on the fouling after the Unicorn bonus. So we'll see if Bradley can make these two, cut it to 10 with 54 seconds remaining in the third. Front end good. Referee gives Bradley the basketball here for attempt number 2. It's good. 10-point lead for the Unicorns as the Lions chip away at what was a 17-point lead by New Braunfels earlier in this period. Zamora with the basketball for the Unicorns. He's in the front court. Looks like they're going to play for the last basket. And Lions just kind of easing off. Zamora, Braun kind of coming out there, and he'll force the count. Handoff goes to Redding. Braun comes out on Redding. Redding dribbles. Hands off to number 5, Britt Stewart. Down to 20 seconds left here in the third. Braun allowing it, comes out on Stewart. Stewart back out. We're down to 10 seconds here in the third. Stewart hands off to Zamora for a three-pointer, and it's good. Long full-court shot is no good by Braun, and we'll go to the fourth quarter. The Lions trail by 13 in this bi-district matchup with the New Braunfels Unicorns. You know, the Lions are going to have to figure something out here. They're going to have to cut into the lead. The defense improved over the second part of that third quarter, but a couple of baskets late.
Two unfortunate turnovers there at inbounds play after a made basket. And I think that was 2 offensive rebounds to get that basket and then the turnover, so it's very tough to give up. Essentially a 4-point play.
That three-pointer hurt there towards the end. Otherwise, you're looking at a 10-point game. But the Lions certainly within striking distance here, but they're going to have to shore up that defense on those long three-point shots, as well as not turn the ball over. They're going to need to make all their free throws.
As you said, they need to get this 10 points real quick to make one run, and then make a second run so they can cut it down.
So it'll be Unicorn basketball to open the fourth. Redding inbounds to Zamora. Zamora into the front court. Dribbling to his left on the near wing. Kicks it down low to Moore. Shot on the baseline is in. Bradley that's Lavin with the basketball. Gets it up to Steele. Steele in the corner to Montgomery for 3. Off the iron, no good. Hernandez with the rebound. The Unicorns with 7.5 minutes have the basketball. Number 1, Cole Redding with that basketball at midcourt, guarded by Luke Lavin. Redding starts right, loses the handle, gets it back. Little handoff to number 5, Stewart. Stewart to Zamora, tipped out by Bradley on a little reach around defensively. Just no line there to get that loose basketball. The inbound from Redding to Zamora. Zamora into the front court, guarded by Efrant Steele. Poked away. Lavin has the loose basketball. He's going to be fouled. It's going to go against number 1, Cole Redding. So it'll be Lion basketball on the sideline with 6:57 remaining, down 15. Lavin to inbound for Leander. We have a whistle.
Going to clean up the floor there, I believe.
And the beach towels come out.
That's the home team here. Jaguars colors, maybe.
It's certainly their color. The Johnson Jaguars had a good run in UIL football competition this year. The Lions get it in the front court. Fagley on the far wing. Picks up his dribble, looking for somewhere to pass. Gets it to Steele. Steele out to Bradley. Bradley dribbles to his right on the near wing. Spinning, 3 defenders on him. Across court to Steele. Steele with a head fake. Then he drives, picks up his dribble across to Bradley. Head fake from Bradley. Loses the handle, able to get it back. Zamora in his hip pocket is going to foul him. And that'll put the Lions on the baseline with an inbound. That's the second team foul for the Unicorns here in the fourth. The Lions have yet to commit a foul in this period. Inbound to Bradley. 3-pointers up off the iron, no good. Fagley battling for the board, but Moore comes down with it. They get it up to Zamora. Zamora in the lane, back out, pass to Hernandez. Over to Redding. Stolen by Lavin. It's going to be Leander basketball off of number 1, Cole Redding. 6:09 remaining here in the ball game. The Lions losing precious time. They need to be making baskets. They're playing good defense, but you got to be able to make them on the offensive end, Dave.
I said, 2 minutes in and no points yet. So exactly that. Need to cut this down. 2-minute chunks, playing 2-minute periods here.
Bradley over to Lavin. Lavin to Steele in the front court. Steele dribbles to his left, guarded by Litkin. We're going to have a foul or a timeout by the Lions with 5:55 remaining. And I think Coach Bradley's going to implore them about how much time is left, how little room for error they have with that clock.
Yeah, we are 2 minutes in, 2+, and it's only 2 points for the Unicorns here.
Yeah, both teams kind of clamping down here defensively in the final period. The Unicorns looking to advance. Just want to mention here that the winner of tonight's game will take on the winner of San Antonio Highlands versus San Antonio Southwest. The winner of Rouse and Alamo Heights will play the winner of San Antonio J and San Antonio Edison. Liberty Hill and San Antonio Veterans Memorial, the winner will play the winner of San Antonio Jefferson and San Antonio Harlandale, while the winner of the Glenn San Antonio Wagner game will play the winner of South San Antonio versus Seguin. So the Lions got a little bit of a hill to climb here in just under 6 minutes of this ball game if they want to advance. The inbound goes to Fagley. Fagley back to Lavin. Lavin to Bradley. Cross court to Steele, out of bounds. That was kind of a ill-advised pass there from the senior guard Ryder Bradley. He's just trying to make something happen here with 5:48 remaining. Stolen by Bradley on the inbound, but he misses the layup, gets his own rebound. They're going to call a tie-up on the rebound attempt, and the arrow is with Leander. So Britt Stewart and Ryder Bradley battling for that board, tied it up. The Lions will have it on the baseline. Luke Lavin to inbound for Leander. He'll get it to Fagley. Fagley over to Steele for 3. Off the back iron, no good, and the rebound's going to go to Stewart and the Unicorns. Pass to Litkin. Litkin into the front court to Hernandez. We'll try to get it down low to Cox, and he couldn't get the handle out of bounds to the lines. And you need to take advantage of turnovers like that if you get them.
Keep playing the Nolan Richardson defense here, just chaos.
Something, you got to create something. Lavin with the basketball across the timeline at midcourt. Passes to Steele on the near wing. Steele across court to Montgomery. Montgomery loses the handle. Hernandez comes out with it. Picks up his dribble to Moore. Moore to Litkin. Litkin to Cox in the corner, then pass out to Litkin into the lane. Loses the handle and able to get it back, and he's going to be fouled by Efren Steele. Yeah, that's one of those incidental contact kind of calls because
less contact than over the backs.
Yeah, well, and he was struggling to get the handle of the basketball.
Yeah, that's his 4th foul.
So Litkin in the backcourt, able to get it up to Moore. Into the corner to Cox. Cox dribbles out to the wing, passes over to Litkin. Litkin dribbles to his right near the bench, has it poked out, and there's going to be a foul assessed against Ryder Bradley as he reached around to tip that basketball. And so it'll be Unicorn basketball near the scorer's table with 4:41 remaining in the ball game.
So like the push off there on that inbounds play.
Stolen by Fagley on the inbound. Bradley loses the handle. They're going to call a travel. That should have been a foul.
I think he dribbled and then fell down with the dribble. So I think that was a quick call from the official furthest almost from the ball.
Yeah, that's one of those ones you wonder why the official right there near the action didn't make a call. He looked to the official at midcourt who made the call, and the inbound to Litkin is good. Stolen by Fagley. Fagley to Bradley. Three-pointer is up and good. And he'll have an and-one opportunity as he was fouled. That'll cut it down to 11 if he can make this free throw. 4.5 minutes, 4:31 to be exact. We're going to have a timeout, New Braunfels. They want to discuss this.
Yeah, that's 2 turnovers for them on that press that the Lions are putting on them.
Well, and the Lions, if they can continue with the little bit of momentum that they've gained here over the last minute or so, they could cut into the lead and make it exciting down the stretch. We'll see here. Lion cheerleaders out in force tonight. Give you a little bit of their action. The quality squad led by Emily Grissom, Coach Grissom's daughter, who will be a cheerleader at, of all places, OU.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well.
It's a good school. Almost had a child go there.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too many bad things about the institution itself. Their football team I don't really like.
Oh, I thought we were only talking about football.
So Bradley looking to add the and one here after making the three-pointer and the New Braunfels timeout. Maybe they wanted him to think about it a little bit, as well as discuss how they're going to attack the press the Lions have put on over the last few minutes. The and one attempt is good. And we're down to an 11-point lead for the Unicorn. Inbound to Moore. Moore to Leakin. Stolen by Lavin. Lavin driving in baseline. Looking for somebody to pass to. And we're going to have a timeout, Bradley.
That one hurts. You wanted to have that timeout after a basket to set your defense up.
So with 4:17 remaining, the Lions with the basketball, they get a timeout to maintain possession as Lavin found himself in a little bit of trouble there on the baseline with a couple of defenders that's looking for somebody to get that basketball to.
I think we saw Hayes pull this out against the Lions last week. A couple threes, 2 threes and a 2. You get right back in there just to make a 3-point game.
You know, that's all it takes is a couple of good defensive stands, and you got to make the baskets on the offensive end. You can cut deep into this lead and give yourself a chance at the end, because ultimately what do you want is a chance to win in the end of the game. And the Lions down 11. That chance is pretty slim right now, but with 4:17 remaining.
Let's watch here. Bradley will get an inbounds pass, and let's see if Bradley gets the ball right back.
He's inbounding the basketball at the moment, so some kind of play is probably a pass and then back to him. Fagley with the basketball on the near wing off the inbound. He'll get it over to Lavin. Lavin drives into the lane, loses the handle. They're going to say it is a discussion about whose basketball it is. Long
I think Lions are trying to steal it here. I think Lavin ended up knocking off his own hand when he couldn't get the layup up.
Well, you want to get that opportunity if you can. 4:07 remaining, Unicorn basketball.
That one hurt because they did generate a turnover.
Stewart with the basketball, gets it down low to Cox. Fagley with a nice defense. They're going to call a foul on him, though.
Late whistle.
He did not bite on that head fake by Cox there on the block and was able to go up with him and defend that shot. But Cox will go to the line to shoot 2 with 4 minutes remaining in the ball game, in the regulation. Carson Cox knocks down the front end to extend the lead to 12 for New Braunfels. Second shot. No good. Rebound Fagley. He'll get it over to Bradley. Bradley near the scorer's table, across into the front court. Pulls up for a three. Buries it. And it is a single-digit lead now as the Lions cut it to 9. Litkin having a little trouble getting across the timeline. Stolen by Braun.
10 seconds.
Lavin with the basketball, able to get it to Bradley. Three-pointer is good. It is down to a 6-point ball game. Moore with the basketball. He'll be fouled. No, they called a timeout.
Nope, they gave it on Braun.
Okay, there was a foul on Braun. That is the 4th team foul against the Lions, so it'll be Unicorn basketball on the sideline. In the game now, Cole Redding for New Braunfels. 3:17.
That's almost backcourt there, Chuck. I don't know if he had both feet down. We got to get every little call we can get here.
Litkin drives in, hands off to Hernandez. Hernandez over to Redding. Redding over to Hernandez. Back over to Moore. Then to Redding. Back to Moore. Far wing. Moore starts his dribble. Picks it up. Cross court to Hernandez. In the corner. Stewart misses. Litkin with a rebound for the Unicorns. Down low to Moore off the glass. Back to an 8-point game. Lavin with the basketball for the Lions. Hands off to Ryder Bradley. His three-pointer is off the back iron. No good. Tip to Bradley. It's going to be Leander basketball. Out of bounds on the baseline. 2:22 remaining in the ball game, or at least in regulation, as the Lions try to cut into this 8-point lead. Lavin.
5-second call.
5-second violation.
2 out-of-bounds plays on the baseline. The Lions have turnovers, unforced turnovers.
Yeah, those are the kind you can't afford at any time, let alone in the 4th. Redding, deep pass down. The save made, but to Braun. Braun to Montgomery. Montgomery in the lane out to Lavin. Lavin will pull up for 3 from the wing off the backboard. Rebound Bradley off the glass. Good. Timeout. I didn't see who called the timeout, but it's a 6-point game with 2:08 remaining here in the regulation.
So say, Chuck, that's where that timeout earlier hurt, when you have the ball in possession and you had to bail out the 5-second call. So that's why on the inbounds play there, coach didn't want to quickly call a timeout. You need to save those.
You end up losing that, right? You lost that possession, but they were able to get it back. For whatever reason, the Unicorns decided they wanted to throw it deep down the court, and it went out of bounds. And the number 5, Britt Stewart, saved it, but he saved it to Cameron Braun.
Not a bad save, actually, on that play there. If he did not save it and the ball went out of bounds, it would have brought all the way back to where the inbounds play was, so it would have come back to this baseline.
Down to about 20 seconds left here in this timeout. The Lions down by 6 points. I think a little over 2 minutes left in regulation. I might be wrong there on my short-term memory. I'll give you that time here in a second once it appears on the game clock. 2:08, I was right. So Redding to inbound for the Unicorns. They lead by 6 here in by-district action. Inbound to Moore to Litkin. Litkin with a backcourt violation, and the Lions will take the turnover with 2:04 remaining in the 4th. Lavin to inbound for Leander near the Leander bench. He'll get it to Bradley. Bradley drives baseline off the glass. Good. It's a 4-point game. Off the glass, no good. Rebound Lions. Fagley with the board. That's got to be a foul. It is a foul against number 5, Britt Stewart. Or number 1, rather, Cole Redding.
No, they called a jump ball there. I don't know how.
No, that referee on the baseline called it a foul.
Travel. They called a travel? Or sub. That was a sub. I don't know what went on there, Chuck.
I don't either. It looks like it's Unicorn basketball.
The possession error didn't change either. I don't think so.
1:45 left on the game clock. The inbound. There's a foul against Bradley. Ticky-tack there, in my opinion. Down 4, the Lions with 1:44. Wow. Going to the line will be number 1, Cole Redding. The Lions got to be able to catch a break on some of those calls here or there, but free throw is off the front iron, no good.
Okay, you got to block out here. Have a play already called when we start here.
They'll make the second one. People are getting ejected from the gymnasium here.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate. A 5-point game, 1:43, Leander basketball.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You
baseline.
cannot run the baseline here.
Coach Price helping the parents out to leave the facility. Inbound to Braun, almost stolen.
They're going to call a foul?
No foul call.
Yes, they did call a foul on Redding.
They did. And that is his 5th foul as he leaves the ball game. It's a 5-point game with 1:42 remaining. Leander has the basketball. Zamora coming into the game for New Braunfels. Inbound to Bradley. Bradley directing traffic, gets across the timeline, passes to Montgomery. Montgomery to Braun. Back to Montgomery. To Fagley. He thinks about a 3. Passes to Lavin, top of the key. He'll drive in.
Wow.
He's going to be fouled.
Which one, Chuck? First one, second one, or third one?
You got to give it to Moore, I think.
14.
I said it was Litkin. 1:23 remaining. Lavin with 2 big free throw opportunities here. Front one is in and out, unbelievable. It went about halfway down and then just flushed itself back out. Lions need to look for a board here off any miss on this free throw. Montgomery and Bradley down to attempt that rebound. Lavin makes it. 4-point game. Zamora with the basketball into Litkin. Litkin into the front court. Drives, loses the basketball. Fagley gets it. Up to Bradley. Bradley loses his footing, but able to get in off the glass.
Oh.
And one. What? They waved off the shot. Unbelievable. That was should be an and one. They call a charge. Minute 9 remaining.
Yeah, we should see a quick foul here to get him on the line.
Unbelievable. It just didn't break the Lions' way there. It was, the Lions had a chance to cut it to 1. Bradley down on the baseline, got it up off the glass, looked like he was fouled. Coach Bradley very displeased with the officiating there down the stretch. Cox inbounds to Stewart. He loses it out of bounds. Not much time off the clock.
How can the official on this baseline make that call? How did he know he touched it? Oh, he said he did touch it. Okay.
Yeah, he touched it right as it was going out.
Yes, but I think my challenge, Chuck, is the closest official didn't call that initially. Okay, let's get up the court here.
Down to a minute. Bradley will be fouled by Zamora, and that'll put Bradley on the line down 4. He'll be able to shoot a couple here with exactly 1 minute remaining.
When you're ahead and you don't want to commit fouls, boy, Unicorns coach there.
Yeah,
definitely stomping about that one.
He's not happy.
55 feet from the basket, commit a foul is not good. Oh, no.
Bradley misses the front end. Able to rattle in the second one to cut it to 3, and a quick timeout. 1 minute remaining on the game clock here in regulation. The Lions got to get a stop here defensively and get down and make a 3-pointer.
They have not started this timeout clock yet, so it is a full timeout, I believe.
Yeah, I gotta assume. Yeah, and there they just started it.
A little home court advantage there.
Well, hey, we probably could use a little bit of a breather too.
No, I think this is that momentum stopper. You want to keep the pace going. This chaos is working.
I wonder though, is it New Braunfels that's running the scorers table because they're the visitor?
No, I think it's your Johnson home team.
Right. Of course, even though Johnson's a new school, there's a dislike for Leander throughout the Central Texas area in terms of sporting events are concerned. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably just not paying attention more than anything. So it'll be Unicorn basketball with a 3-point lead, 1 minute left in regulation.
I'd like to see Montgomery on the out-of-bounds ball here. Let's see if they do that. They have a small point guard on the inbounds play. Nope, they're going to match up here, and they're going to use 3-on-2 on inbounds near the basket to try to get a quick trap.
So Britt Stewart to inbound for the Unicorns. From the baseline, gets it to Moore. Fagley on him quickly, back to Stewart. Stewart into the front court, into the corner for Hernandez. Off the iron, no good. Fagley with a rebound. The Lions have a chance here with 46 seconds. Bradley with the basketball, able to get it into the front court. Pass over to Lavin. Lavin dribbles to the center. I'll lift the camera up. Montgomery loses a handle. Lavin able to get it. Kicks it out to Fagley for 3. It's good. Huge three-pointer from Gage Fagley.
10 seconds to go, Chuck.
Ties the ball game. Timeout with 11.8 seconds to go. The Unicorns call timeout as the Lions, Gage Fagley, able to hit a three-pointer and knot it up at 55. Unbelievable. Still all kinds of worry about activity in the stands here. It's a little bit distracting as a broadcast crew. You see police moving around and asking people to leave. Down to about 25 seconds left in this timeout, and about 11, I think I saw 11.8 seconds remaining in regulation.
As a coach, you always wonder what you want to do here. Do you want them to take the last shot, whether they make or miss it? Do you want to quickly commit a foul, let them shoot free throws and put the ball in your hand to take the last shot? It's always a tough one to make here. You don't know what the coach is going to pull out. Sometimes they like to have, control in their hands. Let's commit a foul, let them shoot free throws, get a rebound, and let's see if we can tie or take the lead.
So I'll try, because of the fans in the stands standing up, I'm going to stand up here and see if I can bring you the action. It won't be as steady. Cox inbounds to Litkin. Litkin drives to his right. Shot is up, no good. There's
charge with 6 seconds to go.
Was it a foul? Offensive foul?
A charge.
Yes, so Litkin charged with a foul. 6.2 seconds remaining. We're tied. It's Leander basketball. They should be shooting.
It's a player control foul in the old days, but sometimes I don't know.
They're in the bonus, but I guess it's not. Lavin to inbound. He gets it to Bradley. Bradley on the sideline into the front court. Gets it to Fagley. His shot is up. Off the iron, no good. It was close. So we'll head into overtime.
Well, at the end of the regulation there, Lavin has 4. Bradley with, 33. Fagley made that big 3 there in the period, so he has 7. He has 10. Montgomery with 2 and Braun with 3 there. I'll do some other point totals here. They've shut down Hernandez in the second half. He doesn't have any more threes. He missed that one there.
Yeah, I asked those guys. It's exciting. So we're hoping that we can bring you all the action. Oh, hey, are you getting?
My score sheet, Chuck, doesn't have the overtime column since I had to make a hand-drawn one tonight. So
yeah, we usually don't get into the OT. That happens a few times a year. I think we've had one this season so far. But it will be unicorn. Is it? Yeah, unicorn. I guess we're going into overtime. So do we jump here?
I think all the fouls carry over. We learned that early in the season. At least I did.
Yeah.
So everyone's shooting here.
So Bradley will jump against Moore here in the first overtime, tied 55-55. District 25 versus District 26. The crowd trying to energize their team. Tipped back to Fagley. Loose ball. Fagley able to get it over to Lavin, and the Lions will have it first in overtime. Overtime is 4 minutes of regular play. Montgomery driving, kicks it over to Lavin, thinks about a 3, drives in the lane to Fagley, loses the handle, able to get it back, passes out to Braun. Braun across court to Lavin. Lavin driving in, off the glass. He's going to be fouled though. We'll see who they get. Is it Moore or Zamora? They were both there. They're going to give the foul to Moore, number 33, and that'll put Lavin on the line to shoot 2. Huge free throws here late for the senior guard. Makes the front end. The Lions have their first lead since, the first half? Sometime in their early second quarter maybe, or late first. 56-55, able to knock them both down.
I'd like to see him give it this pressing defense, but we'll see a normal defense here.
Zamora with the basketball for the Unicorns. Drives to his left, passes over to Harrison. Harrison to Moore.
Montgomery's not leaving Hernandez.
Stewart to Moore, off the glass, no good, but there is a foul called against Cameron Braun. And that'll put Moore on the line. So Cody Moore to shoot a couple. Can he tie it with 3:16? First free throw is good. He cuts it down to a 1-point ball game. Second free throw is good as well, and we're tied again. .57 all this time. Lavin inbound to Bradley. 3:14 remaining in the overtime period. Bradley into the front court, passes to Montgomery. Montgomery to Braun on the far wing. Braun to Fagley. Fagley to Bradley down low. He's going to be fouled under the basket. He was in an awkward spot to make a layup, but he made a good attempt there.
It's on Stewart, number 5.
So Bradley will step to the line with 3 minutes left here in the first overtime period. Front end is good. Coming into the game for the Unicorns, Gage Gallegos. Bradley's second attempt is up and good. Back to a 2-point line lead. Zamora with the basketball for the Unicorns. Into the front court. Passes over to Cox at the top of the key. Cox back to Zamora. Zamora starts to his left. Passes to Harrison. Cross court to Cox. Cox to Hernandez. Hernandez to Harrison. Harrison with the basketball in the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound Bradley. The Lions have the basketball over to Lavin. Lavin into the front court. He'll slow his dribble up with 2:18 remaining in overtime. Lavin to his right, driving all the way down off the glass. Good. The Lions have a 4-point lead now. Zamora with the basketball for the Unicorn. Baseline jumper from Zamora is good for 2. Bradley with the basketball for the Lions. We're down to 1:50 in this overtime period. Bradley pulls up far wing, passes to Lavin. Lavin guarded by number 12, Gallegos. He'll get it over to Bradley. Bradley guarded by Zamora. Pass to Braun. Could have been a foul called, none assessed there. Lavin to Bradley. Bradley to the corner to Braun. He'll drive baseline. He'll kick to Montgomery, and Lavin will be fouled off the pass from Montgomery by Chris Hernandez. And with 1:17 remaining, Luke Lavin will step to the line for some very, very important free throws for the Lion Nation. Front end is good by Lavin. It'll give the Lions a 3-point lead. Lavin lines up the second free throw. It's up and good. Zamora with the basketball for the Unicorns. A 4-point line lead. Minute 12 remaining. Far wing. Pass to Moore. Deep 3 from Hernandez. Off the iron, no good. Put back by Stewart is good. And we're going to have a timeout. New Braunfels.
What are they calling him?
Are they saying it was a foul?
They're calling a foul on Braun?
So that's going to give an and-one opportunity to Britt Stewart. This is a 2-point game. 1 minute left in the overtime.
You can not one free throw? Okay, they called a foul on the shot temp.
He made the basket, though.
Yeah, so I didn't. Okay.
Should be just one free throw. And it's good. 1 point lead for Leander. Bradley with the basketball. Into the front court. Passes over to Fagley. Fagley to Bradley. Bradley dribbling to his left. Drives to the basket. Off the glass. No good. Rebound New Braunfels. No foul call. Bradley on the floor. Stewart.
Charge. No bucket. Good call.
And it is a
Lavin got in front of that one. Good one.
And the Lions get a call in their favor. Luke Lavin with 36.8 seconds. Mr. Tough Guy for the Lions all season long.
Yeah, he's got a 6 points here in the overtime too.
The 5'9" senior not afraid to get in there and mix it up. And they're going to clean off the floor here. 36.8
sometimes
seconds.
Lavin needs to do a shoe tie here, get a little extra breathing after this one maybe.
Yeah, he looks a little bit winded.
Some of those old tricks, Chuck.
So Lion basketball on the baseline, up by 1. 36.86 seconds left in the overtime period.
Cannot run the baseline on this.
Inbound to Bradley. Bradley to Braun. Braun into the front court to Montgomery. And there's a foul called against number 4, Douglas Freeberg.
That's a quick one there.
And that'll put Montgomery on the line with 31.2 seconds left to shoot a couple. Huge free throws for the sophomore, Isaac Montgomery. The youngster misses the first one off the back iron. No pressure, 31 seconds. Lions holding on to a 1 point lead here in overtime. Both free throws missed. Cox with the rebound for the Unicorns. Stewart with the basketball for New Braunfels. Bradley pokes it out. Zamora able to get the loose ball back to Stewart. We're going to have a timeout. Unicorns with 16 seconds remaining in overtime. A 1 point line lead. It's going to come down to who's going to make that clutch shot, Dave.
Sure is. Again, back to the same thing here. Are you going to want to get a foul here? Just want to create pressure? I think what we've seen is coach is going to create pressure and see if the Unicorns can overcome it. As a defense here, if the basket goes in, you have to think the coach right now is telling the team either it's a quick timeout or get the ball court quick. No timeouts, just go.
Yeah, and you got to know that, right? You got to be telling your team right here in the timeout huddle, if you have a timeout and they make a basket, we're going to call a timeout. And if you don't have a timeout and they make the basket, then you got to be able to get the basketball up the court and have a play called already. About 15 seconds away from this timeout being completed. Will it go into a second overtime? Who's going to come out on top here? Both teams had leads tonight. New Braunfels had the biggest lead with a 17-point advantage in the second quarter.
I think each team has one timeout to go. That might have been the caller from the official.
The inbound goes to Stewart from Zamora. Pitches it to Zamora. Shot in the lane is no good. Rebound Fagley with 5 seconds, and he's fouled. He will go to the line with 5.5 seconds. The junior forward with an opportunity to really make this tough on New Braunfels. Just 5.5 seconds to go.
I'll comment on that, Chuck, is that your offense has been those threes and those quick inside passes, not necessarily driving. That might be one of the first drives with a 6-footer for them.
It's important to make these 2 free throws. First one is good. Clutch free throw from the junior, Gage Fagley. He can push it out to 3.
This is where you also decide if you're going to foul and get a 2-point.
The shot is no good, and a timeout by Moore with 4.2 seconds and a 2-point line advantage here in overtime.
Don't let them get behind you on this.
So the inbound's going to be on the baseline, correct?
Yeah, I'm not sure the high school play. You know, in NBA, on a missed foul shot, you immediate timeout, you advance the ball to half court. And
it used to be that way in collegiate as well.
Yeah, they change rules so often, Chuck. I've learned a lot this year, so I'm still learning tonight.
Well, it'll probably change the next time we do this, next season. Cheerleaders getting the crowd up and rowdy. What a ball game as we head to the final seconds here in the first overtime.
Chuck, you may be staining again here in a second, so.
Yeah, I'm going to move over just a smidge here, see if that helps.
Bradley's got to be careful. He has 4 fouls. So
Cox to inbound for the Unicorns. Braun to guard. Deep throw out of bounds. Unbelievable. That's the third time we've seen the Unicorns do that and fail, and it will be Leander basketball on the baseline with a 2-point lead and a 4.2 seconds left of time, and another timeout by the Unicorns.
Here's interesting, Chuck. You know, often teams will throw an inbounds pass here. We've seen all season long that the Lions like to throw the whole ball in the back court. This is one case where I don't want to see a pass go past the foul line.
No. And Cox on all 3 of those inbounds, you know, that's obviously a scripted play.
Yes.
They expect somebody to quote unquote cherry pick down there and get an easy layup. And all 3 times, the first 2 times the intended recipient, Britt Stewart, was able to tip them back in. They were still both turnovers. And then on that last one there, just too much mustard on that hot dog. Went straight out of bounds.
We call it snowbirding, and in that case, he was way ahead of the front.
Yep. And so it could be the difference here. All the Lions need to do is maintain possession of the basketball for just under 5 seconds, and they'll come out of this with a win, and they will advance. 4.26 to be exact. So under 5 seconds. You can't turn it over on the inbound here. You got to get it in within the 5 seconds. And there it is to Fagley. Fagley to Lavin. Lavin is fouled with 1.1 second. So Lavin just has to make a couple of free throws here, and that's going to be the ball game for the Lions, and they'll be able to advance to the next round.
Chuck, just hold on. We've seen
some crazy stuff.
They can throw the ball the length of the court. We've learned that.
Yes. But if he can knock 2 down, that'll make it a 4-point lead. It's a 3-point lead there with the front one made. Lavin lining it up to see if he can push it out to 4. He does. Litkins' 3-pointer no good, and that is the ball game.
Let me tell you, Chuck. That's a 30-13 second half for the Lions. So this is good. And looking at the last 2 games for the Lions to come out and score here in the second half.
And you can see the celebration right now for the Lion faithful. The sub-varsity, the cheerleaders, all out with the team. Want to mention that before we let you go, that the Lions did advance, and that means that they'll be taking on the winner of the San Antonio Highlands versus San Antonio Southwest game tonight And hopefully we'll try to bring you another broadcast. If you want to sponsor a broadcast, reach out to Jennifer Montgomery or Coach Bradley. For Dave Scheimer, I'm Chuck Cracy. Thanks for listening to Lion Nation Basketball. We'll see you on the next game. Good night.